It's cliche that cocaine fueled the 1970s and 80s, and you might think you know how easy it was to get blow back then, but you don't. Cocaine was effectively sold at a vending machine. If you take a vending machine to be a guy named Eddie who stood by the cigarette machine between the women's and men's rooms, and if you wanted coke, you walk up to Eddie and simply ask, "Do you have any cocaine?" And Eddie would reply,
"How much you want?"
And you would give him $20 for a couple of lines of toot, go into the bathroom, do your rails, and go back out dancing. You would repeat the process throughout the night.
Everyone was doing it.
Well, not everyone. I mean, my mom and dad definitely not, and Ron and Nancy Reagan probably not then, but other than those people, everyone was doing blow. And all that blow had to come from somewhere.
Colombia.
Well, in those days it was Peru, but I'll allow it. Weed was the primary export to the United States for much of the 50s and 60s, but in the 70s, traffickers began experimenting with smuggling small amounts of cocaine into the United States, primarily in suitcases on commercial flights. A $1,500 kilo of cocaine from Colombia, once cut and distributed, fetched upwards of $50,000 on the streets of the United States, and that meant there was big money to be made by moving it, and so began the cocaine cowboy years in Florida.
Seltzer Kings
Podcasts.